Welcome to RPPV News, bringing you stories from across the Mornington Peninsula. I'm Catie Sharp, and our top items for this edition are: police call for help with another Seaford stabbing. The Shire goes from prayers to pledges. A way to save money while saving the planet. The winner of MPRG's biggest competition is announced, and make a life-changing donation these holidays. Now for the full stories. Frankston detectives are calling for public help as they investigate a non-fatal stabbing that occurred in Seaford last month. The victim, an 18-year-old Seaford man, was at the beach with friends on the evening of Thursday the 19th of November when he was approached by an unknown man. The man shouted at him before stabbing him in the stomach in what police describe as an unprovoked attack. The man, along with an associate, ran east towards Station Street and then north along the railway tracks. The victim was taken to hospital with serious injuries. Police have now released CCTV of the two men they wish to speak to. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers. Mornington Peninsula Shire has changed its 150-year-old tradition of beginning council meetings with a Christian prayer to a more inclusive pledge. A motion was introduced by new councillor Anthony Marsh from the Briars ward to change the wording of the prayer to be, in his words, inclusive of all community, no matter what their religious preference. The simplified pledge promises the council will act in the best interests of the community, keep an open mind, remain impartial and treat each other with respect, dignity and kindness.
It is my view that the practice of religion is an entirely personal matter, and this is a view that has been shared by many with me. It is inappropriate for this council to impose a religion on others as a matter of council business or procedure. Councils, and in fact all levels of government, should be secular, and they should reflect the broad diversity of their communities, the elected representatives, and importantly, but often forgotten, the employees. Council is a workplace. Surely no one in this room would expect employees of any other workplace, save for religious institutions, from participating in the reading of a Christian prayer as part of their duties. This is an unnecessarily exclusionary praxis, and our council should be no different. No person should be made to feel uncomfortable for having to observe a particular religion in the workplace, and it is appropriate that we act swiftly and decisively to cease this practice, making our council, our community and our workplace.
The motion was passed with 6 to 5 in favour. According to the Age and Herald Sun newspapers, local hospitality figure Julian Gurner has been accused of fleeing the scene of a drunken crash in Sorrento. The 47-year-old, who was the owner of Morgan's on the Sorrento foreshore, submitted a High Court challenge to Victoria's COVID-19 lockdown, which was thrown out earlier this year. Mr. Gurner was allegedly intoxicated when he lost control of his Range Rover at the intersection of Hotham and Melbourne roads at about 11 p.m. on December the 13th. Police allege he crashed his car before fleeing the scene. A Victorian police spokesperson said officers located him at a Sorrento home and administered a preliminary breath test. He was then taken to a police station where he allegedly tested close to 4 times the legal blood alcohol limit. His licence was immediately suspended, and he is expected to be charged with traffic and drink driving offences. Our local NBN nodes are providing us with high-speed connections to Aboriginal art. Mornington Peninsula Shire has collaborated with 6 local First Nation groups and the NBN company to wrap 16 NBN nodes with Aboriginal artwork across the peninsula. Each work offers a QR code directing viewers to more information about the individual work, the artist and the local organisations. When we come back, a plan that will save both the environment and money.
We are bushfire survivors. We know fire.
There you go. Who's in the house? It's over.
We've experienced the worst conditions imaginable.
No!
So we know how devastating and unpredictable fire can be. And we know how important it is to plan and prepare for fire.
Authorised by the Victorian Government.
Battery World now open in Mornington.
We know batteries. We know our 75 D23Ls from our DIN 65 LHs. And we know which is best for you. We have the range and a spark no one else can match. Because we live and breathe batteries. Those beautiful boxes and cylinders that power our lives and our passions. That's why we're the batteryologists. We're Battery World.
Battery World Shop 1, 43 Mornington Tyre Road, Mornington.
Welcome back. Only 30% of remnant native vegetation remains on the Mornington Peninsula, most of it on private property. Now, private landowners are being offered a chance to play a critical role in conserving biodiversity while saving themselves a little money. Trust for Nature's Conservation Covenant program enables landowners to permanently protect native vegetation on their own properties. A conservation covenant is a permanent, legally binding agreement placed on the property's title to ensure the land is protected forever. Mornington Peninsula Shire has introduced a new Trust for Nature rate, which means the landowners will only pay 35% of the general rate of the area of land protected under the covenant, giving a whopping discount of 65%. This rate acknowledges the long-term commitment of these landowners to help conserve some of Victoria's most threatened species of flora and fauna. Landowners do not need to apply to the Shire to receive this rate. Simply register your conservation covenant with Trust for Nature. They will notify the Shire and your rates will be adjusted accordingly. A truly inclusive park designed considering children and families living with autism has officially opened at Stockland Edgebrook in Clyde. Named Variety Livy's Place, the park has been designed with behavioural child development experts to encourage learning, with experiences that support sensory processing, social interaction and movement. The park incorporates unique features such as a water sensory zone, quiet spaces and themed zones which play an important role for those on the spectrum to find calmness in a busy play space. The park is fully complete and open to all. The winner of Mornington Peninsula Regional Gallery's biggest competition has been announced. The 2020 National Works on Paper exhibition was launched a week ago, showing the work of 76 artists shortlisted from over 1,100 submissions in the fields of drawing, printmaking, digital prints and paper sculpture. This year, the major $15,000 award went to Canberra-based artist Annika Romaine for a multi-panelled work, Endurance 5. The judges described the work as stunning and powerful. The gallery also acquired 6 of the other entries for its permanent collection. And the Lifeblood Mobile Donor Centre will be visiting Rosebud in January. There are still plenty of appointments available, so if you can help out, please do. Donations to the blood bank dropped dramatically over lockdown, so start the new year with a positive act and maybe save a life. The centre will be in Rosebud Bunnings car park from Tuesday the 12th of January for just over a week. To make an appointment, visit lifeblood.com.au or call 13 14 95. We go now to Alana with the coming week's weather report.
Festive fun! It's Alana here with your RPPV 7-day weather forecast for the Mornington Peninsula. Sunday is looking like we'll have a top of 19 degrees and partly cloudy conditions throughout most of the day. Heading into Monday to start your week, we'll have a low of 10 degrees and a top of 22 with mostly sunny conditions throughout most of the day. On Tuesday, it looks like we'll have showers that will be increasing in the afternoon with up to 6 millimetres of rain expected and a top of 20 degrees. On Wednesday though, those partly cloudy conditions will hang around for a top of 20 degrees and we have a slight chance of rain, most likely in the morning. On Thursday for your Christmas Eve, it's looking like we'll have a top of 21 degrees, partly cloudy conditions which will ease for a sunny afternoon. And on Christmas Day, next Friday, we'll have a maximum temperature of 20 degrees, partly cloudy conditions, but hopefully a sunny afternoon. So I'll be enjoying Christmas caroling and baking, and I hope you all have a beautiful Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
And now to our surfing guru, Muzz, with the Surf Report.
Morning guys, welcome to this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. It's Muzz here Had a reasonably good weekend on the beaches this past weekend, and Monday, Tuesday are reasonable, although the wind is picking up and not so great for it. The rest of the week we're going to have sort of a medium-sized swell all week. I think as of Wednesday it's pretty much going to be onshore or variable up until the weekend. You will get in the water. It will pick up probably Thursday a little bit. I'm not sure if it's going to be big enough to get waves into Western Port. But other than that, hopefully got on the beaches this weekend, got a good surf. And the next week in front of us isn't as good as it has been, but there'll be still surf. Enjoy the last week or so apiece, and see you in the water.
And that's all from our team here at RPPV News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. We're taking a break after what has been a long year, and we'll be back in early 2021. Have a safe and restful holiday season and finish your Christmas shopping with our wonderful local retailers. Bringing you the news from coast to coast across the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you next year.